I'm so excited that you're part of our program, and I want you to take a few minutes and watch this video. And I want you to know that we are doing everything in our power to help you recover from your severe low back or neck pain. My greatest hope is that you really get involved in your care. I tell people that oftentimes a crisis like severe back or neck pain is also an opportunity to make real change in your life and in your overall health. Now, we talked about exercise, which we'll be reviewing in the near future, but it can also be a big help to control your diet. And I'm going to explain that. Let me say that the diet that I'm speaking about is not about weight loss, it's about inflammation, which is the accumulation of fluid around your joints, your muscles, and your ligaments. With the standard American diet, the majority of us are struggling with systemic, which means system wide or body wide inflammation. That means from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. So the accumulation of fluid around your joints and muscles can cause you to be stiff and sore. It's a lot like an amplifier that turns up the pain pattern or the volume of pain that you experience. So we are working on making structural changes, but it's equally as important that we reduce our overall level of inflammation. Some of the benefits of this anti-inflammatory diet will be the reduction of pain, which is one of our primary reasons. But there are also a number of other really important benefits like better quality sleep, more energy, better bowel movements, clarity of thought, um, and actually a longer life with better quality. Unfortunately, we as Americans seem to be in bondage to sugary foods, processed foods, foods that turn into sugar quickly, like simple carbohydrates. That might be something like macaroni and cheese, pasta, white potatoes, even rice. I'm asking you to help me speed your recovery by making some dietary changes that are actually going to benefit you in more ways than you can believe. With that in mind, I'm going to share some information with you. If you're struggling with chronic back or neck pain, and we know that you are, here's something that most people never hear from their doctor. What you eat every day could be making your pain worse, or it could be on the positive end, making your body heal or helping your body to heal. Today, we're talking about the anti inflammatory diet, which is a natural, powerful way to reduce your pain and improve healing from the inside out. So, why does inflammation matter? Well, inflammation is your body's natural response to injuries or stress. In small doses, it's really helpful. It helps your body heal. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it starts damaging healthy tissue, including spinal discs, joints, and nerves. That's why many people with chronic back pain or even neck pain struggle with poor diet, stress, and blood sugar problems, all of which keep inflammation high. So, certain foods actually fuel inflammation. So, they make it worse, like processed carbohydrates or processed foods in general, sugar or foods that are fried, vegetable oils like corn, soybean, or canola oil, and excessive red meat or processed meats. These foods increase chemicals in your body called pro-inflammatory cytokines, which can irritate the nerves, stiffen your joints, and slow tissue repair. But here's the good news. When you feed your body the right nutrients, you can calm inflammation naturally. And there's no one that wouldn't benefit from that. So, for instance, if your spouse seems fairly healthy, if you can get them on board, it will benefit them as well. And of course, it'll benefit you because it'll be a buddy to walk through this with, a partner, if you will. So, an anti inflammatory diet focuses on whole, unprocessed foods, which are rich in antioxidants, omega 3 fats, and plant compounds, which protect your cells. Here's what it typically includes. For proteins, wild caught fish like salmon, sardines, or trout, pasture raised chicken or turkey. And I really don't mind my patients eating healthy red meat. That's not an issue. And then plant proteins like beans, lentils, and even tofu. For fats, olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Nuts and seeds, especially walnuts, flax, and chia seeds. Carbohydrates, vegetables. Now, vegetables are not simple carbohydrates, they're complex carbohydrates. So they're filled with fiber. So you want to eat a lot of them of all colors. And then fruits like berries, cherries, and apples. The thing about fruit is, especially these fruits, they're low on the glycemic index. So things like bananas, they're really higher on the glycemic index. Fruits that have pits are really what would benefit you most. So whole grains like quinoa, oats, and brown rice. But keep in mind, bread still turns to sugar quickly, so you must be very careful there. And then there are spices and beverages like turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory, ginger, garlic, and cinnamon. All those are good. And then green tea. And of course, try to drink half your weight in ounces of water. So, what is it we cut out? Sugar, refined grains, fried foods, processed snacks, sodas, alcohol in excess, and anything with hydrogenated oil. You'll find that in pretty much all processed foods. Now, just to give you a sample menu, and I like to keep things simple. If you like to cook, I have recipes I can make available to you. I have it actually a downloadable app you can put on your telephone. If that's something you'd like, let me know and I'll sign you up for that. No cost to you. It's part of your program if you choose to use it. So for breakfast, really something like bacon and eggs, bacon and sausage. I have no problem with that. Maybe some blueberries, some walnuts, and cinnamon, and some green tea. For lunch, you could have grilled chicken, grilled turkey, grilled salmon, even a piece of steak over spinach, a salad, for instance, olive oil and lemon dressing or olive oil in balsamic vinaigrette. That's good for you. A lot of the store-bought dressings are high in sugar and even bad fat, so you have to be very careful. For a snack, you can have a handful of almonds, you can have celery, you can have carrots, you can have an apple. Dinner, again, you can have baked chicken, you can have a turkey, you can have a piece of meat, you can have a hamburger, just no bun, with steamed broccoli, maybe a sweet potato, herbal tea with turmeric. So I just want you to get an idea. My greatest hope for you is that your experience here not only reduces your pain, but just overall improves your health. Now, I can't do this for you, but I want you to know that this type of eating not only helps calm inflammation, it supports joint health, nerve function, and overall energy. And many of my patients notice very quickly less stiffness, better mobility, and even improved sleep within just a few weeks of cleaning up their diet. So just know I want to do everything that I possibly can to help you. Now, when we combine this anti inflammatory diet with our advanced laser treatment, our decompression, our chiropractic adjustments, your body will heal faster from the inside out, not just masking the pain. So if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, just know that I want you well and I need your help. So thank you so much. God bless you and have a great day.